Time
Another
to
weekend of Premier League.
focus on football. Yes, Premier League is back. We had
Yes.
some exciting news last week. Let's cover that as well in this episode. So, welcome everyone to another episode of Total Football, episode 10. Uh, Hope all of you are watching our channel regularly to get some insight about football that's happening around the world. So, Anand, let's dig in right away to some news over last 1 week. Uh, I think in terms of transfer, one of the biggest news. Let's start that. I mean, at least Fabrizio confirms Mbappe has told PSG that he wants to leave in July. What is your first thought that comes? I mean, this is
What
happening, right?
this is happening? I think he's poised for Real Madrid. That's what I think personally. But there'll be a lot of clubs looking around for him.
Yeah.
Definitely, United, Liverpool, Arsenal. In one of the interviews, Arteta told if such a caliber player is available, why not go for him? But yes, he's available, and I probably think he'll go to Madrid. What is
Yeah.
your feeling?
I mean, same feeling here because he's been linked for over 1 2 years now, heavily linked, I would say. And Real Madrid has got an amazing president who can pull players he wants to easily.
Yeah,
He's very good at convincing players to come to
true,
Spain.
true.
So moving on, yeah, that was one of the biggest news over last week. Let's see what happens in the summer. But it's going to be a big problem for PSG if they don't sign good players. I mean, they will get the money, of course, but they will have to
Yeah.
sign some good players.
Yeah, just on
Moving,
that, there's
yeah,
the news. There's a news that Victor Osimhen might go to PSG. It's as a replacement to Mbappe.
I
This is
want
just
him
a
to
news
come to
that is.
Premier League,
Oh yes, true.
probably to
Yeah,
this club.
United. Okay,
And
great.
I think even Bernardo Silva is heavily linked to PSG, is what I
Right,
heard. But let's see
right.
what happens. In another
Yeah.
news, legendary Cristiano Ronaldo places thousandth club game. My goodness, he's
My goodness. I mean, at that age, that
yeah,
fitness levels, and he just keeps going. He's a phenomenal, phenomenal player. He's just one of those players. There's no other. I don't think there is going to be other Ronaldo in the next 10 years
yeah,
or
of
so.
course.
Like that is the legacy he has created, right?
Yes. I mean,
Yeah,
just not goal scoring machine, right? He's taken his country through, I mean,
true.
Euro, if you remember.
Euros.
And even for Portugal, over the last decade, I would say, he has played real good football and taken them to heights. So to get a player of that caliber is going to be very difficult.
Very difficult. Very
Yeah.
difficult.
Moving on, another news from Premier League. We have two injuries for Liverpool going into this week of football, especially when they're to play a Carabao Cup final on Feb 25th, and there's a Premier League game, two Premier League games pending in
Right,
February.
right. It's a double week
Alex
for
Arnold,
Liverpool. Yeah.
yeah, Arnold and Allison. I mean, the defense line, I would say the core, the defense core, and the man in the post. So that's
Yes,
going
yes,
to be a
truly.
tough challenge. What do you think?
Truly, truly. I think Allison will be a great miss for them. In the last two seasons, I think if someone has kept them in the top five, it is Allison. He
Yeah,
pulls off those. At very crucial moments, he pulls off those great saves, and
yeah,
he's calm-headed. Right, for a Premier League goalkeeper, you need to be calm-headed composed under those circumstances. And Alex Arnold definitely is the club captain. He's been the club captain this season, and it's a blow. What do you think? Liverpool are going to slip with these two injuries, slip the
Uh,
title race, or
more than slipping, I would say they will have to cross a lot of challenges, okay,
right?
which they are capable of, no doubt about it. Klopp have done wonders without Salah, have done wonders without Sane, who
True,
left the club. So,
true,
I
true.
mean, he will have his backups ready. But as you said, goal line is something
Goal
that I
line.
am worried about. Yeah, Allison's place is not easily replaceable, but Arnold's
Yes,
place, of course, there will be someone to cover it. Uh, Moving
true.
on, a little bit glimpses of what happened in Champions League over the last week.
Yeah,
Bayern Munich continuing their bad form, losing to Lazio away. I don't know how to go about this, but they dominated the game. Okay, so they had 60% of possession, 600 odd passes completed.
Wow.
17 shots on goal, but ended up losing with. I mean, it was a penalty, of course,
Yes,
but
yes.
they didn't score.
No, I mean,
Uh,
yeah, I saw the highlights. I mean, it was a classic low block game from Lazio. They just,
yeah,
they defended till the end. After they scored the goal, they just defended. But yes, Bayern, even in the league also, they lost to Leverkusen. Leverkusen, you know how they are performing this season under Xabi Alonso. Exciting to see Leverkusen perform. And then, uh, even though they have all these stars, sometimes they don't, click in the right, stages. But
yeah,
nevertheless, they have there's a double header. I think they'll come back and then see their position in the quarters. That's what I feel. Let's see.
yeah.
Yeah,
Moving on, Real Madrid won it away. Manchester City won it away. So
Manchester
it has
City
been
won.
smooth run for
Yeah.
them. Uh,
Real Madrid. Did you see the goal? The Brahim Diaz goal.
I haven't watched yet.
Oh wow, that's a crazy goal. He
Is
dribbled
it
past
one to
two
watch
players.
out for?
Yeah, one to watch out for really. Like you said, exciting prospect Brahim Diaz, left-footed winger, and he did the Jude Bellingham celebration after the goal. But prospect, a prospect
Okay.
really, young prospect.
Yeah. And I think next week also we've got some exciting games. Porto taking on Arsenal,
Porto taking on Arsenal,
Napoli playing Barcelona,
huge
and
game,
I think
huge
there's
game.
one more exciting game. Inter
I
Milan
want I, I want
taking on.
Napoli to go with all those things happening around Barca. They're just not
Yeah.
finding the fit of players. Yes,
Even Inter Milan is
yes,
facing Atletico Madrid. I mean, that's going to be a tough game.
tough game.
So let's wait and see. Dortmund is also playing a tough
Dort-
match.
Dort- Dortmund is also playing a tough game. I'm not sure
Yeah.
against whom. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's around the bits about Champions League. Europa, there was one major game AC Milan played and they won it easily 3-0.
won it.
Yeah. Last news is a bit of a sad news, I would say. Roy Hodgson
Oh
collapsed
yeah,
during training
oh
session
yeah.
and he's been taken to hospital. However, he's stable right now and they're waiting for further medical reports. On the other hand, he was in line to be sacked as well. The stats have been very poor for Crystal Palace this season. 19 games he managed, and I think he won only 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Roy
too
Hodgson.
dependent on two, three players. They do not have a good defense line, and
True, true.
I think Hodgson, more than getting sacked, will be given that break from football after such a medical incident.
True. I
Let's
think
see.
he's like the oldest guy in the league, the oldest manager in the league, and
Yeah,
it's great to see that he's still continuing. Right after 70 years, also, like you said, only two, three guys,
yeah,
Eze, Olise,
yeah.
and Mateta up front, here and there getting the goals, but otherwise,
They've
the
been bad. Yeah,
midfield they've been really poor. It's not a no-brainer. I mean, it's a no-brainer that he'll get sacked. And looking forward, actually, they have a good team. They have good youngsters, set of youngsters. So let's see how it
yeah.
spans out for Palace.
So those are some of the news that we had from the last week, Anand. Let's quickly dive into Game Week 24 that happened last week and quickly review some of the games.
Yeah,
Now
sure.
that we are diving into Premier League, I would start off by telling Manager of the Month and Player of the Month are announced for
Yes,
January, and it was a tough competition, I would say, between Klopp, Guardiola, Arteta,
Guardiola,
everyone.
Arteta,
Yeah, so it was top class fight between three of them to win that, but ultimately, I think deservingly, Klopp won it. Uh,
Klopp.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, in the absence of Salah,
yeah,
he's carried them without, you know.
correct.
Of course, I think the one loss to Arsenal, I thought Pep will edge him for the manager of the month, but still, I think he got it. Uh,
Yeah,
Great news and player of the month.
Jota again a
I
Liverpool
know.
guy. Yeah, I mean, he's been consistently performing. The top three, Diaz, Jota, and Nunes have been doing really great, and deservingly, he also won it. So that's about the winners of last month.
Yeah,
Moving
let's
on,
go to the preview. Right,
yeah, review.
Haaland is
Sorry.
back.
Yeah,
Review, yeah, review of
yeah.
game week 24. Right,
This is a review of last week, game week 24.
last week. Yeah.
Yeah. So, would you like to start with the games and then we can review each game?
Yeah. I'll start with the games. The first game, Man City taking on Everton, and a clinical 2-0 victory for Man
Yeah.
City. Haaland is back. He announces himself with those two goals. One bang from the left side corner, and one typical Haaland goal, the second
Haaland,
one,
yes.
right?
I mean,
So
there was a chance he
sums
could
it
have
up.
scored a hat trick, but Kevin De Bruyne did not assist
Yeah.
when and went for a selfish goal. But all said and good. But there's one exciting player, Anand. I watched Doku. Okay, he's playing real winger game. Okay, for me,
Damn good.
that is how a winger should be in Premier League. Like literally clearing the fullbacks and just moving ahead, passing, crossing. Yeah, that's an exciting talent.
Yeah, is I think who was on the right side? I forgot his name. The Everton guy on the right wing back for Everton. He had a terrible game.
Terrible day.
Yeah, he had a terrible day with
Yeah,
Doku playing.
yeah.
Nevertheless. So let's
No,
go to the next game. Wolves against Brentford. Wolves at home lost against
lost.
Brentford.
Yeah,
2-0 win to Brentford. What do you think? Wolves were consistently playing well for the last
yeah,
3-4 games, right? Neto was back in form. Cunha was playing really well.
yeah.
Lamina, and then suddenly this loss to Brentford.
Yeah, it was like that loss to, I mean, United, no? I mean, they started off well, but ended up really bad.
True.
But Ivan Tony continuing his good run after coming back from suspension. So that's one good thing to know. But I heard Brentford have already planned backup for Ivan Tony in the summer transfers.
I know. Yeah.
So
So
that's
there's
one
there's
thing.
some name also that came out. And what are your thoughts about Ivan Tony? I mean, he's had a huge break from 1.5 years of no football, and then suddenly he comes in and then kicks in right straight
Yeah.
away, scoring every game. So does it say that he is a top class striker
So
worth around about 90 million? That's what the manager is saying. Brentford manager 90 100 million.
I mean, coming to the market value, I would say any Premier League player, you can't trust the value right now. But
Right.
coming to Ivan Tony's case, as you asked, I think even though he was suspended, he was dedicated, having training sessions himself, individual sessions. He wanted to come back to football and prove that football takes ultimately the first position than anything else. The game takes
So
priority. So, by that standards, I think he's really come back well. But all said and done, he has done a mistake in the past. That's happened in the past. Now wants to be a cleaner guy, and he's proving to be.
he's proving to
Uh,
be exactly. England call up, but Harry Kane is there in the picking line. Anyway, let's see.
yeah,
Next game, Fulham beating Bournemouth 3-1, convincing will win for Fulham at
convincing.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that was a convincing
expected, right?
victory. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a brace from Rodrigo Muniz and
Rodrigo. Mm,
Willian also had a good game that day, assisting with a goal. So it was a all fair and square game
fair
for
and square game. Yeah,
Fulham.
and then Tottenham winning at home, a late winner
Oh,
from Tottenham. That was a
That
late
was a
winner.
injury time winner. I mean,
Wow.
I wanted Tottenham to draw that game so that United have that space to go ahead. And then a goal comes in the 96th minute. I was like, shit.
That's a great game actually. They had a lot of chances. Brighton also had a lot of chances, and second half, the first half they didn't play well, Tottenham, but then second half they really
Yeah,
came at Brighton. They
Brighton,
took the game
yes.
on, and I think I felt it was a deserving win for Tottenham the way they played the second half.
Comes from an
We would
Arsenal
have,
fan.
yeah, really. I think I mean I've been watching our Tottenham this season. The kind
Yeah.
of we often see a kind of low block game, a settled back four game kind of a thing from Tottenham. But now they are playing open football, right?
Yeah.
More of open. And Son is back this week
Son is
for them,
back from
so
AFC
that's
Asian Cup.
that
Yeah.
that's a news for them. That's a boost for them, right? Yeah. And Luton against Sheffield. Luton losing to Sheffield. What do you think?
I mean, Sheffield was going in a bad form. This was
Yeah,
one game where they could pick up that victory and come back to
true.
like try getting out of relegation. I wouldn't say they will still come out. It was just that try. But Luton, on the other hand, should have won it. I believe that because of the run of games they've had in the last 5 6 games. Okay. But I mean, Sheffield deservingly won it 3-1 away from home.
Yeah. And then yes, Liverpool. The
Mhm.
first half it was 1-1, but then
Yeah,
second half, Jota and I think
Nunes.
Diaz, Nunes,
Yeah,
yeah, Jota and Nunes winning the game for them. Convincing
and
win for
pretty
them.
pretty
3-1,
convincing
pretty
victory that
convincing.
was.
Yeah, that
Burnley
was
is
expected,
already
right?
having, yeah, bad form. Yeah.
Expected. And Forest against Castle. Forest losing at home to Castle. You saw the game.
Yes,
Brilliant, right?
brilliant game, brilliant. I remember you had told us before that this is one game to watch out for, especially
Yeah.
Newcastle traveling and Nottingham Forest fans being really like amazed about football. So it was
You
a
know,
game.
yeah, go
I
ahead, go
mean,
ahead.
even the goals were too good from Gimenez and Shar. I mean, did you see Elanga's run? Brilliant.
I just wanted to talk about that. I mean, really, I really, told Arvind also last time that you have missed out. I think you should have kept Elanga. What he has blistering pace. I think
I
that
mean,
that
yeah.
goal from Elanga was fantastic. Even
Yes.
against Arsenal this season, he scored a similar goal. Running past the defender and curling the ball in. But I think it was a fantastic talent, Elanga.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on, West Ham. West Ham at home to Arsenal, and we just steamrolled them.
I
Six
mean,
goals. I
I've
didn't
no
expect that.
words for that game.
Truly, I myself didn't expect that. I thought we'll win it, but it'll be a 1-2 or a 1-3 kind of a win. But this was all one-way traffic. What do
Yeah.
you feel? What do you think of the game?
I
West
mean,
Ham's
see,
approach to the game?
yeah, West Ham were actually going down in the last 2 to 3 weeks. United winning against them 3-0. David Moyes, I think his plans have started to like soak up now that with the players also. I don't see right intent apart from one or two players who wants to really play for the club. Uh,
Right.
so they gave up after Arsenal's third goal. I would say they didn't
True.
even
True.
try
True.
fighting it back. And
True.
Saka was brilliant. Uh, Declan Rice goal was brilliant. He didn't
Wow, that was
celebrate
a great goal.
like
He
he
didn't
paid
celebrate.
that
Yeah.
respect.
But I felt that was it was little it was cheap from West Ham fans to boo Declan Rice. It was not right. They knew that he's going to go to a big club, right?
Yeah.
The caliber he has, they knew that he's going to go to a big club, and he's come to Arsenal, and they started booing at him. I didn't feel that was right.
I mean, that happens
Maybe,
with lot of players, right? I
yeah.
mean, see, it happened with
I mean,
Rooney
he
when he
won
went
a
to
title for
Everton
them
back.
as
Yeah,
Conference League. Conference League, he won Conference League with West Ham last season.
yeah.
So kudos
So
to
it
that guy.
happens. I mean, fans are fans after all.
After all, fans are
So,
fans. You never
yeah.
know. Yeah. Yes. And then moving on. What an exciting game! I just love this game. Villa against United. For all that thing happened, and then a late winner from Super Sub.
McTominay. Yes,
Wow,
he's
what a goal!
he's now the super sub. He has got that tag right at this time. So game wise,
Brilliant.
I was very happy. Let me be very frank, because against a dominant team like Aston Villa in this season, United showed correct
Great
intent to,
character.
yes,
Yep.
great character.
Yep.
Few call outs for a couple of them. Andre Onana, who was like having a bad time during his early season with
True.
United, did a lot in front of the post. I would say he saved at least two goals. That
Yeah.
one on one
True.
with Watkins, and I
Yes.
think there was one more
There's
save he did. I don't
one
know.
more save, I think, for Douglas. Douglas, another
No, no,
save, I
no.
guess.
Megan shoot.
McKen.
He just
Okay. Yeah.
saved it to his right,
Tipped
top
it
corner
away.
save.
Yeah.
Yes,
True.
that
True.
was great. Tiago Dallo, man, remember Mourinho had said a line
What a
about him
game.
when he left. Yes.
He is
So
one of the the most punctual guy after Ronaldo in the squad. That's what Mourinho had
yes,
told him, right? I mean, Diego Dallo is a true. I mean, he turned the game around with that cross, and what a goal
Hoyland
from
in
McKen.
great touch. I'm not jinxing, but 5 games, 5 goals. It's brilliant
Exactly.
to get that confidence back in him that he is a Premier League guy. Maguire playing really good with that assist and even defensive line. I think he was adjudged man of the match, Premier League man of the
True,
match for
true. I
that
think
game.
Maguire man of the match. He played
Yeah.
really good in defense, and Bruno Fernandes with those flamboyant passes. He was still
I mean,
there in the game.
yes.
It was good. What do you think
So
about the incident from Douglas Lewis showing some?
I mean, I've seen a lot of this happening in football. I mean,
Yeah,
it could be the spark of the moment because they were not able to even score one goal. And
true.
when you score it in the end and you want to throw out your emotions, it happens. And
Happens.
there were a couple of tweets and some Instagram stories going against him. But I think Douglas Lewis apologized or also
He
said he
he
will
got
never again do it
he
against
got it
Manchester
back.
United.
He got it back in the same game. He didn't expect
Yes.
that late
Yeah.
winner. Yeah.
But let's talk about McTominay, highest goal scorer for Manchester United this season. He's,
From
I mean, played
I mean,
really,
look at that substitution. He took off Rashford. He got
yeah,
in McTominay, and then McTominay scores the goal. I
goes.
mean, what
Brilliant
a
assist
game!
also from
Yeah,
that
brilliant
goal.
assist. Yeah.
So great game. I hope they continue their good form. Moving on, the last
Moving
game of
on, last game, I think Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Crystal Palace losing at home. They are in a bad run of form, but
yeah,
Chelsea, Chelsea, a much needed win for them, and they
yes.
got the win. Yeah,
So Chelsea is doing really good. Let me tell you, two guys I've been watching over the last 2 to 3 weeks. One is Enzo Fernandez, showing real character, and the other
yeah.
guy is the striker
Gallagher,
who scored.
Cole Palmer,
Not Cole Palmer. There's another
Ga-
guy, right?
Conor Gallagher scored actually. Conor
Gallagher.
Gallagher scored. Yeah,
Gallagher was is coming back in form, so they're doing really well. But how long is the next question? And one of my friend also mentioned last week that they will not be able to sack Pochettino because the compensation they end up paying to Pochettino will be against the fair play, financial fair play,
wow.
and they cannot go and sack him in this season, is what I heard. So they have to
True.
resist with him, and of course, he's getting the result. Let's see. I mean, Chelsea have wonderful games coming up, and it's going to be a real challenging season for them as well.
Yeah, true. One more thing about Chelsea, I think they are still a young squad. If you look at the overall average age of the Chelsea team, is still a young squad, and they will they need time. Young
Yeah,
squad always needs time in the league, to settle down. Maybe down the year, like what Didier Drogba said recently. You see the same Chelsea team after 1.5 years, 2 years, then you have to comment about it. All these players that they have bought, that's their
yeah,
strategy.
true.
That's what he was telling. So let's see. A lot of
Yeah,
Enzo Fernandez, like you said, prospect. Armando Broja sent on loan. He'll come back again. Cole Palmer, I think he is the one for the future for them. So
a
a lot
lot
of
to
talent
watch.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot to watch out for.
one of our subscriber has mentioned Liverpool.
Liverpool, Liverpool.
Liverpool. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Liverpool
of
is
course.
hanging in there with Arsenal and City. Let's see how long.
Okay,
Great.
okay.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
to the
move on to
last.
this week. Yeah, I think that's about the review for the last week, right?
Yeah.
So
Moving on
moving
to the
on
last
to
segment, preview of game week 25 and some thoughts and prediction sessions. So, all the subscribers watching the live session with us, please put in your predictions for the week. Some
yeah,
exciting games. So, Anand, you can start.
just a minute. I- What are the first game that's happening?
It happens in about 90 minutes from now.
Mm,
Brentford hosting
Yes.
Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool fan is here. Do you want to go? Give it a guess, Sandeep.
Oh yes, Chelsea, please win it. Liverpool fan or Chelsea fan?
No, he wants Chelsea to beat Manchester City, so Liverpool go ahead.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so
So
Anand,
yeah,
what do you predict?
uh, Brentford away, right? Liverpool playing
No,
away.
Brentford is hosting Liverpool
Yeah. So Liverpool away at
away.
Brentford. I think it's going to be a draw. This is where
Oh,
this is where I think it's going
okay.
to start. The real race for the top three is going to start.
14 games to go.
And 14 games to go, and I feel it's going to be a 2-2 draw. What do you think?
2-2. So I would say a 1-2 victory to Liverpool. Uh,
Okay.
they will, of course, know all the permutation combinations they need to be on the top. So, and they will play the right kind of football, attacking football they are used to. So 1-2 to me. The subscriber says 1-3. Let's see what happens.
Let's see.
But
Let's see what happens.
brother, remember there are two important injuries in your team which can hamper the result.
True. You never
Moving
know.
on.
Salah is back, he says.
But will he
Moving on, I
start?
think
Will
I
Salah
don't think
start?
so. I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah.
so. They'll give him another week or two after the
Yeah.
Champions League, I think.
And
Yeah.
he
Oh,
will be
no,
fully
they are
fit
not in the
also.
Champions League. Sorry. Yeah.
That was a
Okay.
good
In any
one.
case.
Liverpool
Okay.
fans, remember this Arsenal guy forever.
We
Okay, moving
often,
on.
yeah, Burnley against Arsenal. Away at Burnley for Arsenal. Arsenal having
I think,
a
yeah,
great run of form. And what do you think this game
I
will
think it'll
pan
be
out?
a cheeky game again. A
Hmm.
2-1 victory to Arsenal, I would say. Considering it is an away game,
Yeah.
not an easy travel. So a 2-1 victory to Arsenal. What about you?
Yeah, true. I think it's going to be a tough game for them. Traveling away, Arsenal. I know in the closing stages of the season, those last 15 games, we have always stuttered, not kept our you know character nerves in. But it's going to be a tricky game, and I feel it's going to be 2-0 Arsenal. This time, I really back my team, and it's going to be 2-0 Arsenal.
Great. Good.
Castle against Bournemouth. Castle at home against Bournemouth. What do you think?
I think it should be an easy game for Newcastle, a 3-1 victory.
Think
Uh,
Isaac is back, I guess.
yeah.
Isaac might start today.
So a
Yeah,
3-1 victory.
3-1 victory. Yeah,
What
I
about you?
feel I feel the same. I think it'll be either 3-1 or 3-2. Bournemouth are have that attacking power. That's what they've shown this season. So they might score, but at the end, I think it'll be a Newcastle win, definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this one game I'm looking forward for Fulham Aston Villa.
Wow. Yes.
Fulham at home are really tough to beat. They
Yeah.
are really tough to beat this season. And let's see. Aston Villa started the season well. Now they are faltering the last 3 games, 4 games. This was expected. Uh, so I think it'll be. I think Fulham will edge this. Fulham will win this 2-1. That's what I
Uh,
feel.
so it's going to be a very neck to neck game. Okay.
Hmm.
I feel it's going to be a 2-2.
2-2. Okay,
Yes.
tough call.
Yeah.
The next game is Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. Nottingham Forest at home. West Ham, as we spoke about, they came from a drubbing last 2 games against
Yeah.
United, against Arsenal. So it's a game for them. They have to come back in this game, right?
Yeah.
And rightfully, Forest, they don't have a good defense. They just have good attacking prowess, but the defense is pretty weak. So I think West Ham are going to come back this game and nick it. It's going to be a 1-0 win for West Ham. That's what I predict.
Again, a good game of football, but I would edge Nottingham Forest above West Ham and give them a 2-1 victory. Looks like there's some internet issue. Let's wait for Anand to return. Yeah, we have got you back.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
So I was saying I would edge Nottingham
So
Forest
the
2-1. Yeah.
okay. Against Wolves.
So,
I have a couple of fantasy players also in my you know in my squad. Neto from Wolves, Pedro Porro
wow.
from Tottenham. So it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be an end-to-end game. Both are playing
Yeah,
football, and I think it's going to be a 2 for
2-2.
me. What do you think?
I would say 3-1 to Tottenham, considering it is their home.
Okay,
And I am expecting a brace from Son.
brace from Son. I think you've gotten Son in your team. That's the news, guys. Okay. Anyway, moving
Wow.
on. Huge
Huge game.
game. Man City against Chelsea.
Yes.
Huge game for Man City. And Guardiola, in his recent interview, saying Chelsea are a top team. I don't know if this was mind games or I don't know.
Yeah,
Guardiola, you know Guardiola. So, what do you think? I think you go with the prediction. I'm pretty not made up my mind on this game
yeah. I
because
think
Chelsea are unpredictable. Chelsea are really unpredictable
yes,
team. Yeah,
they're really unpredictable, but they're traveling to Etihad, and it's not at all going to be easy. Not at all.
yeah.
City will dominate. 4-1 victory to City.
Wow. Yes, they will have a lot of possession, and maybe Chelsea might, nick a goal or two. But I would say 3-1, 3-1 City, 3-1
Okay.
City definitely. Sheffield versus Brighton. I think this game Brighton will win this. Knowing Brighton, I know they those away games they are really good at it. The players are good. They'll have even Brighton. If you see, they tend to keep a lot of possession of the ball. They don't lose the ball easily. That's what I like about the team. And I think it'll be a 2-0 win for Brighton. What do you think?
I think it's going to be 1-1 draw. And will be a
Okay.
boring game is
Sandeep.
what I'm feeling.
Okay.
We
Sandeep is
have
saying
our
2-1 Chelsea.
yeah. Sandeep is saying Chelsea is going to win it at Etihad. For sure, he's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is your fantasy captain? Sandeep is asking. So, can we reveal our fantasy captains
Yes, yes.
just
Go
before
ahead.
one of us?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Haaland, bro.
Yeah.
Yours is?
Mine is Alvarez. Uh, Although
Okay.
I think he might only come in the second half. Yeah. Let's see
So,
what happens. Because I
moving
removed
on.
Haaland when he was injured, and now I don't have money to get him back.
Same thing with Salah for me. I
Yeah.
don't have money for Salah also. How to get him back? 2-0 win for United. They're playing well. They're back in form. As you said, I'm not jinxing it, but Hoyland is playing well as a number nine, which they were which United lacked in the last 1 or 2 years. That's what I felt. Proper number nine. So I think it's be 2-0 for United. What do you think?
So say what the heart says. Manchester United will win
What does
it
it say?
3-1.
3-1 for United. Okay. And then there's Everton against Crystal Palace. What are your
Oh,
thoughts?
I mean, that's going to be a tricky game.
Tricky
Uh,
game. Yes.
yes, although Crystal Palace have bad runs, they might upset Toffees at Goodison Park. So I feel it's going to be a neck to neck game 2-2.
Okay, neck to neck, 2-2. What else? What are the games? Yeah. So another game, I think a double game week
But I
for
don't
Man
think
City.
you made your predictions, did you? Everton, Crystal
Uh,
Palace.
for Ev- for Everton, Crystal Palace, it's pretty tricky. I mean, both the teams have been, lackluster here and there. So I would say it'll be a draw. It'll be a 1-1 draw. That's what I say.
Okay, great. Then we
Thanks,
have midweek
Surya.
coming up, but we'll take that
Yeah,
discussion towards Monday or Tuesday.
yeah, sure.
So, who is that
So
one player, Anand, to watch out this week from your end?
from my end, looking at the games, two players. One is definitely Heung-min Son, like you said,
Yeah.
against Wolves. Coming back, we know the quality what he possesses, and that's one player to watch out for. Another player is Erling Haaland, definitely. There's no doubt about it. This guy is a star, and those are the two guys. Uh, what do you
So for
think?
me, it'll be Ole Watkins, Aston Villa. He needs to pull things back for Aston Villa, being a striker.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
expecting a good run for him, and it is Son, as you mentioned.
Okay,
Great. I think we
3-1.
have covered all of the segments in Total Football. So hope everyone watching around liked our show today. Oh, there's a comment for you, Anand. Nice T-shirt. So that's a compliment you can take
Thanks,
back.
thanks, Surya.
So thanks for sticking with us in the live
Thank you.
session. Do watch this session again. Put in your predictions, share your comments and thoughts. Until next time, share, like, and subscribe our channel to know more videos. So Anand, until next time, let's go fundamentals.